5 minutes till showtime.
So, David, how many of the candles on the Kwanzaa?
Excuse me?
How many candles on the Kwanzaa?
What, you
How many
light
do-
every one that's up there,
All of them?
yeah.
Okay, so I'll do that at
From
the time we're doing all the candles.
from their right to the, from the far to the middle,
Okay,
yeah. And then tomorrow night,
all 7 of them? Or just the ones on that?
just the ones that are up there, yeah.
No, I mean the Kwanzaa.
Oh, no, Kwanzaa, we're not lighting. Kwanzaa doesn't start till the 26th.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, good morning, and welcome to New Thought Unity on this lovely Sunday morning. My name is David Kaiser, and I am the music director at New Thought Unity Center in Cincinnati, Ohio, where we celebrate every Sunday morning, and especially during this season of lights, all the wonder and the joy that it is to be a human being alive at this time, and to have a spiritual family, and to be blessed with many things. If you're joining us online, welcome, welcome. Hope you're safe and well in your home. We have a few people here socially distanced with masks, and we are celebrating once again this morning, and we thought we'd just pull out a classic to start with. You get to sing in 2 languages. Let's do it.
Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año de felicidad. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año de felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
All right. Let us cha-cha into the wonderful morning. And I want to welcome to a stage someone that's no stranger to us around. Has been around New Thought Unity for a long, long time. Lauren Watson is with us this morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Is it working? Okay. Welcome to New Thought Unity Center, a place of positive, practical spirituality. We are grateful that you are here. And our affirmation this morning is, joy is my birthright. Joy is my nature. Would you like to say that with me? Together. Joy is my birthright. Joy is my nature. So let's begin with prayer. I invite you to close your eyes and take a deep breath and move from the head to the heart space where love is infinite, unconditional, and joy is our source. And as we move into recognizing the one power and one presence that is God the good through all things, we are an individualized, unique expression of that presence. And we are expressing as divine wisdom and intelligence, as divine wholeness and healing, as divine prosperity and abundance. And in this truth, we are joyful. And we are grateful. And we say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Amen.
So we're going to have plenty of joy today, but you were speaking of birthright, and you know something? We did not recognize December birthdays last week like we usually do, so we are going to do it. Is anybody in the sanctuary that has a December birthday? What? Yeah, yes. And anybody out in the wonderful world? Oh, and Dawn too? You were born in this chilly month in the northern hemisphere? All right. All right. And to anyone out that's looking, if you have a December birthday, put it in the comments on the side and we will recognize you. Ready? God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you. You are wonderful. God is blessing you now.
And many more.
That's right. Althea, you were born on Christmas Eve.
Right.
Yeah. She was the gift right before the Christ child.
Amen to that.
I like it. All right, for that and all the joy we feel, let's stand and sing together. Joy to the World. It's the traditional tune, but we have some wonderful new words, so pay attention to those as we go. Joy to the world, the love is come. Let earth her praises bring. Let every heart prepare some room. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. Joy to the world, the Savior reigns. Let us our songs employ, while fields and floods, rocks, hills, and plains repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy. Love rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations prove the glory of our righteousness, and wonders of our love, and wonders of our love, and wonders and wonders of our love. Yes, and as we're standing, let's greet one another with a virtual hug, with a hello, as we see one another out
Good
there
morning.
in
Namaste.
wonderful
Good
land.
morning,
We
Lord.
say hello, hello, hello to each and every one that is here today. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Woo!
I feel a good vibration, healing and transformation all through this congregation. It must be unity experience is our mission. Universal wholeness is our vision. Be who you are, you got permission. Must be unity. N-T-U-C, unity. Yeah.
So that
Thank
song
you.
epitomizes our mission and vision statement. Our mission and vision statement are here to keep us on track to understand what we're all about and what we see the world evolving to. So I invite you to say the mission statement with me. Together, in God, we are an abundant community, experiencing love, transforming lives, and serving others. And the vision we have for the world, together, we celebrate a world of harmony and oneness, a place of loving stewardship, sacred connections, and pure joy, where all are welcomed with honor and respect. So welcome to New Thought Unity Center. We welcome you wherever you are on your spiritual journey. We welcome you if you have ever felt unwelcome in any situation. We want you to know that you're welcome here, regardless of race, sex, sexual orientation, country of origin, gender identity. You are welcome here in your journey. So if for first-timers, we hope that you'll continue to come. We don't have a package for you. Do we have one in the back? No? Okay. So we don't have a package, but just contact the office so that you can be a part of us with the regular emails. David, what's going on here through the week?
Well, I tell you, we are right in the middle of the season of lights, and we have some candles to light today. This is the third Sunday of Advent, being the Sunday of joy, and so Lauren is going to light the pink candle, which is the candle of joy on the Advent wreath, and we're heading towards love next week. And so, also, this happens to be the fourth day of Hanukkah, and so we have the menorah, so we're going to light the Shamas candle, which is in the middle, and on each night of Hanukkah, starting with the first, we light from the right all the way across in celebration of the 8 days of Hanukkah. And so we're just pretending that it's tonight, because we're lighting the fourth day. This is the fourth day. And of course they burn down, and then you get brand new 4 candles there, plus another tomorrow, and we go on through. So celebrating once again, just a wide canvas upon which our spiritual family is painted. We celebrate with our Jewish part of our family with the Hanukkah candles. And look at that, the Kwanzaa candles, they are ready. Woo-hoo-hoo. And that's going to start December the 26th. So welcome to the season of lights. We have a few things going on around the center at the moment. White Fragility book study facilitated by Lauren Watson. This book study is being held on Sundays from January 10th to the 31st. So starting in the new year from 1 until 2:30 on Zoom on Sundays. Call the center or check the email blast for pre-registration link. Wednesday meditation is still happening at noon in the sanctuary and live on the Facebook stream. Videos are then posted to NTUC YouTube channel, and these will continue until at least the end of the year. We're in the middle of Love Blooms. Honor a loved one this holiday season by sponsoring a poinsettia. Sponsoring a plant allows you to see the message on the slideshow before the service all the way up until New Year's Eve, and it was also run on the Facebook page. Then, after New Year's Eve, you get to take the plant home, name it, care for it, until it goes the way of all the earth. Why did I have to put that in there? Just care for your plant. It's beautiful there. All right. Anyway, Angel's Wings, listen to this, an extensive array of holiday items. Ladies and gentlemen, there's lots of merchandise for gift giving and great sale prices. Stop in. And if you haven't been in the Gallery of Grace, you must go to the Gallery of Grace because it is graceful there. Handmade, not store-bought, not shipped in from another country, handmade gifts, sure to please anyone on your gift list. Stop in and support our vendors and in our center as well. Open until 1 o'clock today. So those are some of the things that are going on in our center. Something that always goes on in our center is that we center ourselves and prepare for meditation. Would you help us with that, Lauren?
I'd be glad to. So I invite you to settle into your seat. Close your eyes if you like. Take a deep breath. And knowing that the reality of our world is temporary and is powerless to keep us from our highest good, we move into the truth of our being as joyful beings, as beings that hold the presence.
Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on His face. Surely the presence of God is in this place. Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place.
So continue to breathe deep and move into that presence. Know that that presence is in this place, and it's in your heart. It's in our hearts, it's in our being, in our essence. And we allow that essence to rise up in this quiet solitude, in this moment, in just this moment. We set aside all our other thoughts. We revel in the joy of our own awareness as that one power and one presence in the silence.
Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place. You with the sad eyes, don't be discouraged, though I realize it's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can lose sight of it all. The darkness inside you makes you feel so small. But I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful like a rainbow. Show me a smile now. Don't be unhappy. I can't remember when I last saw you laughing. If this world makes you crazy and you've taken all you can bear, just call me up, because you know I'll be there. But I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful like a rainbow. If this world makes you crazy and you've taken all you can bear, just call me up, because you know I'll be there. And I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are true colors shining through. I see your true colors.
Wow. You know, David calls these singers the A-team. I call them the angels. So thank you, David. How many of you got to watch the holiday concert last night with David? We got quite a few. Some of you online. That was really, it made me laugh. It made me cry. It was good. David always gives us so much. Joy is our birthright. Joy is our nature. Joy to the world. So, with all that we have going on right now, we have a global pandemic. We have an economy that's challenged. We have Black Lives Matter and social justice issues. We have elections. We have climate change. All of this is having an effect. In a survey last summer, 50% of adults said that they were challenged, that they felt their mental health was challenged. So how do we find joy in this, in all of this? An example of Black Lives Matter, the challenges with that. A black family was putting up their Christmas lights. This was in the Washington Post. They strung twinkly white lights along the rim of their home and stationed an inflatable Christmas tree and a towering black Santa on the lawn next to a colorful illuminated sign that reads, "Joy." Mr. Kennedy had set this up with his 4-year-old daughter. He received a letter in his mailbox, and the letter said, "Please remove your Negro Santa Claus yard decoration." The letter was signed Santa Claus. "You should try not to deceive children into believing that I am Negro. I am a Caucasian white man to you and have been for the past 600 years. Your being jealous of my race is no excuse for your dishonesty. Besides that, you are making yourself the laughingstock of the neighborhood. Obviously, your values are not that of the Lakewood area, and maybe you should move to a neighborhood out east with the rest of your racist kind." "I've literally put this black Santa up for the last 3 years," Mr. Kennedy continued. Here in Cincinnati, in our wonderful village of Wyoming, there was a family that had a pride flag out front. And someone had walked up on their porch and took that flag down to the street corner and burned it. How do we find joy in all of this? How do we find light from the darkness? All the boys and girls. Eckhart Tolle talks about the human condition as a vehicle for us to be able to find our spiritual self. All the challenges, they're there for us to grow. Now, why are challenges a problem? It's because of the thought about the challenge. I'd like to read something from Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now, which has been published 20 years now. I just can't believe that. Being is the eternal, ever-present one life, beyond the myriad forms of life that are subject to birth and death. However, Being is not only beyond, but also deep within every form as its innermost, invisible, and indestructible essence. This means that it is accessible to you now as your own deepest self, your true nature. To regain awareness of being and to abide in that state of feeling realization is enlightenment. I would say that's joy. Because that's it. This is the part of us that is always there. It's invisible, indestructible. It's always available. It's a matter of whether we let those challenges create thoughts that tell us it's not there. That's our choice. Years ago, I read a book called The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. And he talks about the upper limit problem. He says, let me show you specifically how the upper limit holds us back. Each of us has an inner thermometer setting that determines how much love, success, and creativity we allow ourselves to enjoy. When we exceed our inner thermostat setting, we will often do something to sabotage ourselves, causing us to drop back into that old familiar zone where we feel secure. Our birthright is joy. The upper limit problem points out, in talking about the problem, it also says what we have available to us, because it says we determine how much love, creativity, and success we allow ourselves to enjoy. This is our birthright. This is what we're already given. This is what comes from within. This is what comes from without, because we are one with the one power and one presence. We are not distant from it. The thoughts that we create around our challenges. Byron Katie, with the work, she talks about our feelings come from thoughts. Almost all of our feelings come from thoughts. So when we have this thought about something, it's not that we're thinking about what happened or what the condition is or what the situation is. It's the thought about what that means. What does that situation mean? What does it mean when that person said that? That's where our challenge is. Those feelings that we get from putting meaning into an event with a thought. So in the process of the work, we get to examine, is that thought true? Because it's not a matter whether what somebody said, it's what I've decided that means. What that means, is that true? Can I absolutely know that's true? So suddenly I'm a little like, well, maybe that's not, maybe I don't have to hang on to this thought so much. And we really get to examine, how do I feel when I think this thought? What do I do? What do I allow myself? How do I allow myself to react when I think this thought? And I can see that it has control over me. And the fourth question that Byron Katie uses is, who would I be without that thought? who would I be if I could just let go of that thought? And in every workshop I've conducted, there's always at least one person who says, I'd be free. Because now we've got the thought out of the way, and now we are able to rest in joy. We are free to find our essence when we release those thoughts that are poisoning our experience. Eckhart Tolle, a little bit about his story in case you don't know. Eckhart Tolle was a very anxious person. And for years, he just really was always having anxiety attacks. And one night, he said, I just wish I could get rid of myself. And he said, well, who's myself? Who is getting rid of myself? So which one do I want to listen to? So he realized there is a possibility he didn't have to. He went through a transformation. And in his experience over the months afterward, this is what he realized. He says, I realized that nothing I ever did could possibly add anything to what I already had. What did he have? He said, unlimited peace and bliss. Bliss. Is that joy? We already have it. He said nothing he could do, nothing he could think, nothing, no thought could give him what he already had. That's what we have. It's right here. Joy is our birthright. Joy is our nature. When I went to Hawaii, I was lucky enough to get a trip to visit dolphins. Now, this was actually in the wild. It wasn't in some corral. Riding the boat was one of those rubber pontoon Kodiak boats flying across the water, the salt water splashing into my mouth, and everyone anticipating this exciting event. And as we get closer to where they see some dolphins, they said, okay, we're going to dump you out here, and you need to follow the guide. You need to swim like hell to keep up with them so you can see the dolphins. Well, I knew better than that because I'd recently been diagnosed with a heart condition that didn't allow me to swim like hell. I could barely move to keep myself warm. And so that's what I did. I just told them, don't leave me out here. Make sure I get back in that boat. So I'm floating along. Now, this was on the southwest side of the island, the lee side. From the storms the rain would all hit on the north side, dump 120 inches of rain every year. On the southwest side, it was only 10 inches. It was like a desert over there, which means there was less pollution, less soil that was washed into the water. And so the water was crystal clear. And I'm floating in 80 feet of water, and I could see the floor, the sponges, everything, the coral, as if there was nothing between us. It felt like I might fall. It was so clear. And I'm in all of this, and then I see this shadow coming up behind me, this big mass, and I look down, and it's a pod of dolphins. Now, when I got home, I looked up a pod of dolphins, and all the pictures were of many dolphins. They were all kind of swimming through the water, but they were all separate. in this scene, the dolphins were all together. They were touching. They were all in this one dolphin shape coming along the water. And one of them separated and left the space where it was. And after it left, that space just closed up. And the dolphin came right up to me. And I reached out because I just couldn't help myself. I said, just keep your hands to yourself. No, I had to reach out. I was reaching out, and they were 6 inches away. And turned to look me in the eye. And swam on back down gently to the pod. A space opened up. And it was like a puzzle. This pod of dolphins just slowly moving through the water. I don't know about you, but that gives me joy to see the authentic, the real, the honesty of that experience of those dolphins living their life that way, that it was such a privilege. And I felt the joy of knowing that that is just natural. How am I natural? How am I joyful? Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. A few years ago, I was watching late night TV, and usually I turn it off before the celebrities, but a celebrity came on. I was curious about the topic, and it was Jeffrey Tabor, who is a star of a Prime Amazon series called Transparent. And as he talked about the show, he said the show is about a 70-year-old parent who decides to transition as transgender woman. And so I thought, well, this sounds interesting. I wonder what this is about. So I actually spent money just to see that series. $15. I can't believe I spent money for a series. TV. But what I saw was my own self. I heard the thoughts and feelings that I have. And many of which were not even spoken. It was just this awareness of what that experience is. And this began my journey to where I am today. I'm a slow bloomer, that's for sure. It took me 6 years. But what happened was realizing that the sense, the feeling that I had in realizing that this is who I am. This is the way I was made. This is my birthright. And if joy is my birthright, how can I say this is wrong? Because that's what I did for 60 years. I said, this is wrong. This is bad. This is shameful. For 60 years. And being able to say, maybe not. Maybe I don't have to live with gender dysphoria. That's what it's called. It used to be called a disorder. Now it's just a dysphoria. Living in a body that doesn't feel exactly right. But what I got to experience as I allowed myself to be who I am, to express it in certain ways, to join a support group that helped me to say, yes, this is fine. Be who you are. And when I did, I remember the first time I dressed and went to a support group, and I was standing there talking to somebody, and I said, I'm being seen the way I feel. I get to be this. And what we call that is gender euphoria. That's the joy of being who I am. Being, moving to the essence. Kim helped me to understand that this is the spiritual gift that I've been given. It's not a burden. It's a gift. I get to experience this. I get to experience everything that happened before. I don't say that was terrible. It was great. This is great. This is joy. Because that's what's, to me, that is the only way to joy is by living our essence, by being who we truly are. I mean, if you just look around this room, you can see how different people are. When you talk to people, you understand how different people are. And this is their birthright. This is the way they were born. This is how they live when they are living their true self. We know people that seem a little eccentric, a little quirky, but they're being themselves. And that's their joy. And we recognize that. We see that joy. We like, oh, I love that joy, but I don't know if I can do that. That's a bit much. The Black family, the Kennedys. You look at that and you say, that's not who we are. That's not our essence. The story continues. He began to put something out on social media. He went to the police and reported it. He reported to the Homeowners Association. As more neighbors heard about the letter, they rallied in solidarity with the Kennedys. Slowly but surely, black Santas began popping up one by one on the lawn of Lakewood. And Mr. Kennedy said it was such a joy to be able to drive his 4-year-old daughter through the neighborhood and see Santas like her. That's joy, being ourselves. So where is that joy? Huh, David? Where's that joy at?
Is that my cue?
That's your cue.
I've got the joy down in my heart.
Where?
Down in my heart.
Where?
Down in my heart. I've got the joy down in my heart.
Where?
Down in my heart to stay. Somebody sing it with me. I've got the joy down in my heart.
Where?
Down in my heart.
Where?
Down in my heart. I've got the joy down in my heart.
Where?
Down in my heart to stay.
To stay. To stay. It's not going anywhere. It's here. The joy is in our heart. It's a matter of allowing. What was the words? We determine how much love, success, and creativity, and I say joy, we allow ourselves to enjoy. And enjoy is a conscious thing that we allow. When we enjoy, we look at the beauty, the creativity, the love that is already there. We allow it to rise through us and enjoy. Don't let the upper limit problem stop you. Enjoy joy. Joy is our birthright. Joy is our nature. As we set aside the stuff, we take the time to set aside it, or even to enjoy the challenges. When I was going through a dark night of the soul, I recognized it. I'd heard enough about it. And I said, well, this is a spiritual gift. What am I going to get from this? What kind of alchemical solutions will come out of this? How will I be? So this is what I have to go through, and I can't stop it, so why resist it? And I just allowed it. And I'd do what I could during the day, and if I had to, I just stopped and curled up on the couch. And in that surrender, I felt a certain joy. I said, this is what is right now. And there's something inside of me that's bigger than that, that's being helped. So we can enjoy even the challenges. Joy is our birthright. Joy is our nature. It's your birthright. It's your nature. I just hope you find ways to let it rise. Namaste.
Thanks, Lauren. Rise, rise, rise. Yeah, we're quoting a Kim Ballou song right there.
Yes.
We're going to let the joy rise because it does start in our hearts and fills our lives. And you can rise to your feet on this next one because I think everybody's going to recognize this song. And the voice of the Kennedys' Black Santa just make an appearance in this song as well, okay? So, let's do it.
Sunday morning, we say welcome everyone. Whether you're a high-ride flyer or a rainbow rider or a straight shooting son of a gun. Yeah, or a straight shooting son of a gun. Thank you, Santa. Joy to the world.
All the people sing,
All the boys and girls now.
joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me, everybody singing. Joy to the world.
All the boys and girls now.
Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. Joy to the world.
All the boys and girls.
Joy to the world.
All the boys and girls. Joy to the world.
Everybody singing.
All the boys and girls now.
Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me.
Take it home and
Joy to the world. Everybody now.
all the boys and girls.
Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me.
Amen.
So I invite you to take your offering or your intention of offering and put your hands together and hold that idea, knowing that this center gives so much. You know, I've been coming here for 2 decades. And what I realize is that I'm not fed spiritually for 1 hour. I'm not fed for 1 week. I'm fed for my whole life every time I come here. And it constantly keeps giving to me. So I constantly keep giving to this center because I know it's important to me, and I know it's important to the people that haven't come here yet, that will be pouring through those doors when the pandemic is over.
Amen.
So that's what our gift is about, all of that. So I invite you to say our affirmation with me together. Divine love, moving in and through me, blesses and multiplies all that I give and all that I receive. Prayer.
Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me.
Those are familiar lines. Where'd that come from?
We had a little musical insertion there.
That's
you know?
great.
I
Thank you. I love it.
You noticed that.
And prayer is one of our 5 principles of unity, that we speak the truth about ourselves, that we release the thoughts that challenge us. And we have a prayer chaplain this morning. Susanna would be glad to pray with you if you have a specific concern or a celebration. And there are cards in front of you that you can fill out with the names of people that you would like us to hold in prayer for a month. And then we pass it on to Unity Worldwide, where they hold it in prayer for another month. And prayer works. Amen. So please take advantage.
Well, I want to thank everyone that's made our service, our celebration, our joyful celebration possible today. Especially Don for being here early and opening up, make sure we're safe and the parking is ready. We have the board of trustees taking people's temperature and making sure we're all safe here. Susan and Rick back in the tech booth, making it sound good and sending it out through the airwaves. The band, which is Michael, Randy, and Peg, Althea, and Alice. My name is David, and we want to thank Lauren for reminding us that joy is down in our hearts. And we want to thank everyone. Yes. So whatever pod you swim with, it's okay once in a while to go and check out something else that's floating in the water. Who knows? It might bring you some joy. And then we're glad you came to swim with this pod this morning. Everyone here in the sanctuary, everyone out in cyberland, may you repost and share the celebration that we share every morning. Anybody else got anything to say? We all good?
We all good, David.
We all good? All right. Well, let's stand and let's make that virtual circle. Heard and those virtual handholds all around the world as we make a circle around the love and the joy that exists here in our sanctuary, in our city, and all around the world, as we know our prayer for protection and our peace song. And so we know together, the light of God surrounds me, the love of God enfolds me, the power of God protects me, the presence of God watches over me, wherever I am. God is, and all is well.